me see. Stream URL. Copy. Let's see. All right, Charles. I'm also gonna have it on this as well. Let's switch up my capture real quick. Just this game. Perfect. Is it working on that other link, Charles?
It's just not.
I sent you a YouTube link, and I'm streaming it on there too. What's up?
TMP. Sorry,
Yeah,
TMP.
that's for me. That was for me. Yeah.
I have no idea if that how that would load. All right, give that a shot.
It's just the YouTube link, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's what they gave me for the setting.
Indy did not keep their same O line out there.
No, yeah, they put in their like starting D line almost.
Yeah, I think that is their D line.
I'm gonna go back a couple seconds
it
just
was
to
an offensive
see
point.
the.
It looks like they're just running vert stack here too.
Yeah. Copy. The screen might cut out for a second. Here, try this one, Charles. That's probably better, actually. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Man, he just dropped that.
yeah.
Now I can see it. Okay.
Awesome. Great. Sorry about that.
Yep. Finally.
I think Matsuka's gonna be really dangerous on Minnesota.
Big swing.
I'd say fat swing. I assume that was Phil. I just popped in and out there. Interesting look.
Probably there if he gets that disc up a little bit, but
Yeah.
also a same 10th huck.
Yeah.
That was 3/4 of the field.
Yeah, so far I feel like most of the turnovers I've seen in the ADL come from that kind of thing. Like you're in the same 10-yard, you know, width of the field, and you're trying to a deep away shot like that it's tough, especially close to the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking Indy's just trying not to get beat deep by these tall Minnesota kids, so they just keep giving up the under the whole time. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, okay. It was too far.
Yeah. I think that's also the.
It's indoors too.
It looked like a coverage sack a little bit there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to see if you had any other options. So let's see. The stacks moving back. They're kind of in this, I don't know, horizontal ISO stack.
They're like not really in anything right now.
Yeah.
They have two handlers still
2,
moving up.
3.
Clears out.
I think
I think the dump was probably like the around dump was there.
Yeah.
It was just too late.
Yeah. He committed to the.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Oh, and if I remember right, it's a stall call. And Charles, we might be delayed a bit. I think the YouTube stream's behind by like 5 seconds or so. So yeah, he ends up calling the stall out. Which
did they actually call stall there?
Yeah, because I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they bring the disc up to the.
Yeah, definitely that was a high stall situation.
Yeah. All right. swing. It's like a backhand force here. Big over the top. And a catch. All right, I'm gonna
That was just kind of a pretty standard.
see where he came
He
from.
did almost a 7 cut, but like a reverse 7 where he was
Yeah.
on the break side.
So he's like
And just
back
made it-
here,
Yeah, I just made a
and
straight
he
line.
just, yeah. Now, to me, these guys, he should be communicating to one of these guys like he needs
Yeah.
help here.
I agree.
Like, you know, if he's sagging, especially they're both like sagging this hard, you know, he's kind of sitting in the lane. I don't know if Minnesota, do they play a really poachy style of defense? Like normally, like Madison has a really switchy defense.
Yeah, I don't really know. I think they tend to try and play more like we're more athletic than you, so we're gonna guard you man to man,
Right.
rather than a lot more help like what Madison does.
Okay.
But I also think that those last two guys need to be like not even just looking for the like listening for the switch, but looking, saying, "Hey, I'm last back. I
yeah.
should be aware of that."
Right. Yeah. Like head up over here.
They got eyes on the frisbee, which is good, but also they need to be looking around at the rest of the field.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward here.
I don't know if it's gonna come to it, but I have a phone call with like some of my family at 6:45, so I might have to drop off before like the end of the game if you were trying to watch the whole game.
Yeah, I might watch like the second quarter or something, but I was gonna I'll probably watch till 6:45, 7 at the longest for
Yeah.
me. All right, let's see. All right, I'm gonna go back. So it's the first time Minnesota's offense is on the field for the first time 5 minutes into the quarter, which seems kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's big. I guess they got the opening point break and then
Yeah,
put there. I know Minnesota last year they had two different offensive lines or two different defensive lines. I mean,
yeah,
to like keep fresh legs. And then they had like their one main O line, but they had about 3 or 4 subs that they could put in.
okay.
And I think that's going to be pretty similar to this year too. It's on their offensive line this year is wild.
Yeah, I mean Mark Lloyd, Raider.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty crazy for sure. All right. So it looks like they come out just in a basically side stack, but
Yeah, it looks like a side stack.
yeah, and looks like he's cutting deep to under off the start. Handler takes
Where
advantage
did
of
that
this.
cut come from? Was that just a big strike cut?
Yeah, he picked it up here.
Picked it up, sets up break side.
Yeah,
Okay.
cuts
Gets his
around.
defender's hips turned. Yeah. Sets up power position.
Yes, narrow host stack. Charles points out. All right,
Yeah.
around. Looks like they just keep funneling deep and under. That's a nice. See, I feel like their Cox needs to be tighter. Like you can't give up that free
Yeah.
break side space. Ooh.
That's a tough look.
Yeah.
That is not a 95% throw.
No, not at all. Just gonna go back to here. Good swing. They're pushing.
He tries to like float it over the defender who's doing a good job of bananaing it.
Yeah. I also think he could have just stepped out and thrown
He probably could have. Yeah.
the break.
I don't know. That guy was like still coming up on him even to the 10 feet point.
That's true.
So that's
Yeah,
a good job of him forcing that.
definitely. All right. Now, I assume they take a deep shot here. That typically is what they love to do. But this is like a mixed
Yeah.
line.
Oh,
I
yeah, I was gonna say this is not just a straight OD line.
Yeah. See, he got stuck. Bailout Scuber. Continues over. Ooh, good bid. All right. Yeah. Nice find. Not in. Oh, pretty
Yeah, that seemed pretty
stand.
straightforward offense right there. There
Yeah, they
wasn't
just
really.
got to the break side and took advantage.
Yeah.
See this replay. Dump keeps the strike cut. Yeah. All right. Yeah, exactly, Charles. That is a free score on a massive break. All right. Indy's back on serve. Looks like they got their starting D line out there. Middle.
This is like a mixed line for Minnesota right now.
Yeah. Wow, somebody's asleep on that massive. Oh, giant
Oh, that
hammer.
was a decision.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So
They were moving it up pretty well until that point.
yeah, he's
A
got the
couple of.
disc. Looks like they're running a vert, and then looks like no one has got an
No one's
assignment.
guarding that
This
guy.
guy.
Yeah, it looks like Nick Hutton is supposed to be on him.
Yeah. Charles, I think this is their home field. Like they only play indoors at home.
I wonder if he threw that hammer because he thought he saw the double team coming. Like like they flash it for a second, like they were going to double team here. Watch
Yeah,
as the
right.
go goes up. Like
One.
they got one and kind of a second guy.
Yeah, he kind of
I don't
sat
know.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't think either one of those two. The guy with the hat right there was help defense.
Okay.
I think he wasn't guarding one of those two guys.
Yeah. I mean, I think. See, so he's calling for it here,
Yeah.
and I think that's fine because he's way off here, right?
Hmm.
But then this Minnesota guy 14 cuts into this lane and takes
Yeah.
that away, and he shouldn't.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, granted, 52 made up the difference, so that's I
Right.
think why it was just not a good decision.
Right. With how high he threw it, that was in the air for forever.
Right, exactly. He needed to like send it just 20 feet off the ground. But I also, crossfield hammer isn't really the 30, 40 yard hammer look. Oh,
Right.
DUI 54. Not even there. This would be pretty big if Indy gets this. They get momentum back and they get the break. But I think what you said, it almost looks like a bit of a mixed lines for both teams here.
Yeah, both teams are playing pretty mixed, which is
Yeah,
interesting.
and I guess they had two pretty big burner points initially.
Right. Yeah, it took 5 minutes of game time to get through 2 points. So
Yeah. Double team.
this is good patience here.
Yeah, I think this is where
Right,
Matsuka is dangerous
Yeah.
because this is just where he's super comfortable.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oof.
Wow.
He got kind of bailed out by the nice catch.
Yeah, I feel like number 20 does that a lot. Like I think he's the guy that threw that huck.
He's a big huck. Yeah, he
Yeah.
is like their main D line hucker.
Yeah. So get this off, and then he just keeps going. Yeah. Just kind of fell asleep there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, it was a tough catch too. All right, gonna skip that out. And personally, I like to kind of watch the game through once, and then I usually go back and take notes a second time, like play a lot of replays.
Okay.
But yeah, for the sake of time, and I'll kind of get through the quarter like you. So I got stuff to do.
Yeah, see, this is another mixed line here now. I wonder if teams were just kind of short on numbers this week, or
It could. Apparently, it was like a 3 week gap since Indy's last game. I was listening to the announcers. I watched the quarter,
Oh.
halfway through the quarter already once.
Interesting.
So pick
Was
him
this early in the season or was this late in the season?
up.
This game?
He's out the blue line. I'm gonna shorten the screen real quick. It is the 6/22, so late in the season, week 12.
Yeah, that's late in the season.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe people were just banged up or something at this point.
possibly. I'm kind of surprised both the Wind Chill and Radicals went 6-6 just based on like their stats and how they've looked on film. Like they've looked pretty good, and
Yeah, and on paper too. I mean,
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, the Radicals had like a historic defense, you know what I mean, and they
yeah,
only went
right.
6-6, which is pretty wild. That's a foul. But yeah, I expect them both to. And Indy, I like did a lot of their stats, but they're really low in a lot of categories for the playoff teams.
Right.
See this I hate this look. I know it happens a lot, but I mean it worked, right? So there's that.
The double upline cut. You're saying?
Yeah. Just the.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this in club you see that go poorly a lot, but
Yeah.
obviously in the
I
ADL.
think the more space in the field allows for that because see how that guy was able to just keep going. I think on a like the second guy.
Oh, this guy back here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back there. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was able to just keep going, and that having that extra space allowed Keegan to get that goal.
Right. Because yeah, you see it. Yep. Goes, clears, Keegan
Right. I mean, he's
again.
15 yards away.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And that's where I think that maybe that defender could sag in that position since the front cone is such a dangerous spot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If they really hammer over
If
the
they're
top of
gonna throw
you,
it over the top to that deep guy, yeah,
yeah, I
that's
feel
kind of
like
a poachy way to think about it.
yeah. Or at least I like the idea of just like staying in that dangerous space for maybe a second just to
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
more I think to block the thrower looks and sees you looking at him like that.
Right.
He can't throw that floaty thing like that. You know what I mean? That's an easy D.
The flash. Yeah.
But yeah, I also think the guy wasn't. He could have played tighter on Keegan as well. All right, let's see.
That's easier said than done.
Yeah, no,
but yeah,
he's
I
so
agree.
fast, but no,
Yeah,
you're right.
Keegan is fucking There's a reason he's as good as he is.
Wow, that was a clean point. I'm gonna go back because that was
I didn't even wow, I
so
missed
fast.
it. I was still
Yeah.
thinking about the last play.
Yeah. All
What
right.
was it? A huck to a goal on this one?
Here we go. All right. So we gotta. All right. Indy's up 4-1. They got 3 seconds left on the clock. Indy's got 2 breaks now. So Minnesota's offense hasn't done what their game plan is, whatever that is.
I think I'm noticing that I wonder if Klain is at this game because I haven't seen him play at all yet. And he's like their O-line center handler.
Right. And maybe at this point, they're out of playoffs, right?
Yeah, I think they were actually. I think you're right.
So.
I think they.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was like if we beat Madison this week or something, or beat
Pittsburgh.
Chicago. I think it
Chicago.
was either Chicago or Madison.
Yeah.
If we beat one of those two this like at the same weekend as this game was,
Yeah.
then and Minnesota beat Indy, they would have been in the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah.
Instead of vice versa.
Do I have this? No, I'm on here. Good. All right. Yeah. And I don't. From the other Minnesota game, to your same point, I don't see Klain. I don't feel like I'm seeing other people I saw before.
Yeah. Usually, I agree.
All right. We're gonna.
So I think that's definitely something to do with it.
Yeah. I think this is the first time I've seen Keegan North play though in the other games we've watched. All right.
Pretty much never not open, I feel like.
Yeah, he's just got a motor. Oh, there's that. Seven's making that classic.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Keegan's still open. He's been running around open for.
Yeah. Apparently he was a cutter more the year before this one, so it.
Yeah,
Talking on broadcast.
He still is more of like a true cutter. But I mean, obviously, wow, that was a nice throw.
Yeah.
He's still got very good throws.
Yeah, for sure. What do we call it? Oh, wheel route. That's what I call that. When that 7 was doing there. That's from
Okay.
football, but basically
Yeah.
when you just like kind of cut to the flat and then keep going downfield, or in this
Yeah.
case, wheeling around the. Yeah. All right, nice hammer over the top. That seemed like Indy's cleanest point. Like worked to the fore side, swung it to the break, and then hammer over the top to Cameron Brock.
Yeah.
Cameron Brock is like the only person they look for in the end zone. It's like he has a license to just cut
I know.
wherever
Yeah, you're right.
all the
I
time.
also feel like Rick doesn't do as much as like it. I feel like it's been portrayed that he's like the big guy. And I feel like
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
seen him like catch the frisbee. You know.
Yeah, I feel like he has a lot of stats. Oh, it's foul. Okay. Or sorry, contact. I was waiting. Hammer over the top, and that's catch. Go back to. I feel like Minnesota had pretty two key things here. No, but yeah, Rick Gross, he like has the stat line, but to your point, like I don't really see the impact on the field as much as you
Right.
see like.
His stat line is like catch five goals, but that's the only thing he does the whole game.
Right.
Like does it catch an under? Doesn't
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. And the one point we saw him here, he dropped it. So.
Yeah. He made the turn.
All right.
That's
Let's see. They get a big 2 4 side. That's massive yards.
I think that's break side, is it not?
Um.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
break.
Yeah. 2 big break side.
This is like a flatter mark point. Okay,
Yeah.
now they're more. Yeah, true.
And then they seem like they just don't want to give the deep shot because I
Yeah.
think they're just trying to kill clock. And yeah, floaty hammer over the top. Seems to be the.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know. Inside, I guess that's a look. I personally would be okay if they threw a close contested hammer like that
Yeah.
outside against us. Like
Oh, for sure.
that's a decent way for them to have to try and score.
Definitely. And Charles points out that he thinks Rick Gross is like he's there to like basically draw a defender, like a good big fast defender on him, but he still gets
Yeah.
points. So he kind of wins his matchup, I guess, which I think you could say for that's what happened with Indy this year. Like they just won their matchups in this season because I think
Mhm.
they won their games like by an average of like under 1 point, basically.
Yeah.
I looked at all the stats and stuff, and so yeah. So I think they kind of overperformed, but they won close games, and that's all you need to do to win playoffs. Now I think if you're Indy, I feel like you just burn clock here. Maybe try to score with 20 seconds left on the clock. Oh, that's Levi Jacobs with the big huck. That's out of bounds.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, now if you're Minnesota, you're really happy with that. Honestly, just hold the disc and don't give
Yeah.
Indy a chance to
Maybe
score.
be able to punch in a break here, but
Yeah. So this is your chance to get a break, yeah, like you said, and then it'd be back on serve if they score. Or no, they'd be down 1 still. Yeah. Ooh. All right,
I was lucky.
give it to him. Yeah, and then no, you gotta do something. Foul.
Oh, they thought he got stripped.
I see. And he's not in. That clock was off. No way. That's a score.
Yeah, I think that wasn't in yet.
2 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless that got caught in the end zone.
No, because
Yeah.
I think he. We'll see what they do. Interesting. All right, let me go back. I'm gonna go back to the Minnesota turn because
So it
Kittleson.
looks like there was like a
He makes a
bid
good.
that like looks like the guy got stripped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to tell from that angle.
Yeah.
Quarter can't end on a defensive foul. Ah, okay. It's not a score. Man, both those Minnesota players did not. They should have made the play on that disc.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. 5-3 ends 5-3. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean
Okay.
it almost worked.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop off, and I'll probably do what you're saying, where I'm gonna watch later, and take notes. But
Yeah. No worries. No, thanks for jumping on. It was good. I think I'm gonna start posting just when I'm gonna watch the game. So like I said, get more people hanging out, talking about it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Something
for
to
sure. I
do
like
while
this
we're
in the pod. That's a good idea.
sweet.
For sure.
All right, cool.
So,
Thanks for joining,
cool,
Kevin.
man. Yep, for
See you
sure.
around.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Bye. Cat 07. What up? All right. I'll watch the second half, or second quarter. Yeah, no problem, Charles. Feel free to stick around or go do whatever you want. Oh, too far. All right. Let's see. No, finish it up and then we can go. All right, we're going to. Cheesy. Solid. Do, 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 do.